So once you guys have safely cleared atmosphere after all the tender goodbyes last time, the captain comes up to you guys and says, okay, so that's all taken care of then? The undead draconian stuff?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they like all disintegrated, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we saw. That was weird.
Yeah. A lot of weird stuff going on.
Anyway, crew meeting on the bridge in a little bit. Like 5 minutes. And then she walks away.
Shall we?
Shall we what?
Go to the crew meeting.
Where is that not here?
Are we on the bridge?
No, you guys are on the deck. You guys could go to the bridge.
Okay.
I want to grab a sandwich on the way up. I'm feeling naughty.
Okay, you pop down to the galley, grab a sandwich. Finn is currently tidying up because the whole circling the castle thing kind of left the galley in disarray, so he's reorganizing right now.
That's fine. I throw together the space equivalent of a McGriddle and head upstairs.
Mackenzie.
After I gunfinger Finn. I'm really craving McGriddle.
Would Finn allow McGriddles on board?
Ideologically speaking, probably not, but
I feel like he has standards.
Anyway, so you guys head up to the bridge.
There's got to be like a freezer of breakfast sandwiches just to keep people to shut up sometimes.
Like
just
tiny
microwavable breakfast sandwiches.
Kobold-sized breakfast burritos.
Like Jimmy Dean's, but it's like space, so
they're
instead
like egg rolls.
it's like elven names, so it's like Jigwidian Deans.
Gotta appeal to the common folk.
Yeah.
So you guys head up to the bridge. Most of the crew is already there. And once everybody arrives, the captain is like, all right, so we managed to get the 10-foot hole in the hull patched and paid for. Thank you, Tuatha, but we are still running low on funds. So, Kara has a line on a job we could take.
All right.
However, there's some pros and cons there.
I'm a little nervous already.
The pros are it would pay really, really, really well. The cons are the job is for one of the 7 deadliest pirates in wild space.
What?
Oh, one of the ones that we heard about recently from the other group?
The ones that those Krinites, like, made an enemy of.
No, a different one. Not the same one.
Do they talk? Do they all get together and talk?
Not frequently, which I think we have going in our favor. They don't like each other very much.
All right, I think it's a fair game. Let's do it.
Really? Just like that? You don't want to know any more details? I would like to know more details.
Oh, not really. I feel like the more details I know, the more dangerous it is.
We don't have to accept the job right away. We've been invited to talk to him and see if get more details about the job before we say yes.
Okay.
Are we going to talk to him at a fancy ball?
What?
So what?
What?
This is a dream of mine. Don't worry about it.
She's talking with her mouth full, isn't she?
She's talking. I want to know that she's doing this while eating a McGriddle.
It's like an old McGriddle. It's freezer burnt.
Do you guys mind if I undress while we're standing here?
What?
Yes!
I just want to take off my wig is all. And she takes off her wig and kind of tucks it away into like a pouch. Okay. It's one of those things when you get home, you no longer really want to dress up, you know?
Well, you already threw your bra overboard.
I did.
The downside of going to talk to the captain is that it does require us to dock at Providence Bay, which is full of pirates.
I love pirates. Captain, we do have some bad news as well.
Yeah, we might have a heading after this.
Oh?
Well, Cacophony, you tell stories like professionally.
I'm eating a McGriddle right now.
Do you have to do the Foley?
Oh, this is going to be a long day, I can tell already.
Okay, so Takara's had some notes, and one of them mentioned someplace that she was, like, making an expedition to or going, and something called Harena.
The moment you say Harena, the captain's face just falls.
Is that also bad?
So, I'll give you a hint. Harena is located in a sphere that everyone refers to as the Dead Sphere.
Oh, of course they do.
Oh.
Not great.
Yeah. The whole sphere is dead. Harena itself is a planet constantly covered in sandstorms and populated entirely by treasure hunters looting a dead civilization.
Okay, well, apparently there's some World Eater culty shit there, so...
Of course there is. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be?
I mean, sounds like if there's anywhere that there's going to be World Eater culty shit, it's going to be there.
Yeah, of course. I should have known. I should have known this is where my life was headed.
Sorry, Captain.
It's fine. It's fine. And she's just like rubbing her temples. You can see there's a migraine coming on.
I don't think it's fine. Okay, so do you want to talk about the bad thing you already know about?
Honestly, it's a coin toss as to which bad, terrible, horrible, awful thing we do first.
Well, I've got a pirate outfit I haven't gotten to use.
Oh no.
So is that a vote for or against?
Well, technically, Cacophony has a pirate outfit that I haven't got to use. I'm not wearing it. I'm for pirates.
Well, I mean, do we have any details about this job?
Not yet. Kara just said that she'd heard that he was looking to hire a crew specifically not already associated with him, which suggests some things.
And who is he?
Captain Ridian, captain of the Providence.
That she just sort of like looks around like, does that tell anybody anything? Does that
Yeah.
Adjectives,
Descendant
descriptors
of the legendary pirate Blackjammer. That doesn't say anything to you, does it?
No.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Hi, you saw how big our sphere was.
He's of the 7 captains, he's one of the more approachable ones, I guess. He likes to throw parties and stuff.
Oh, I love him already.
Uh-oh.
He's very dramatic.
Oh, I love him even more.
Well, now we're not going to hear the end of it unless we do this.
Yeah,
Alright.
I agree.
I also admit that I find a little bit of irony in going to meet this man who is used to people knowing and fearing his name, and all 3 of us are oblivious.
Is that the kind of thing that would be funny, or the kind of thing we'd get killed for?
I think it's funny.
Could go either way.
Hmm.
Alright, so Providence Bay. That's where we're headed.
Is that in this sphere? Is that another one?
It's in another sphere. It's about a 2-week trip through the phlogiston from this sphere to tide space. So,
All right.
and it's 2 weeks from here to the edge of the sphere. So, buckle up.
Yes, ma'am.
Good thing I got some new books.
I'm gonna go add these. I'm gonna go add these to the boardroom. 'Cause
Okay.
I've got about 100 new books myself.
Yeah. Okay. Crew dismissed. Whatever.
Thanks, Captain.
Actually, Captain, can I have a word?
Sure. So, the rest of you bail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm getting out of my outfit and putting on my Jilwyn sweatpants.
The captain stays on the bridge. Because she is keenly aware that Kara will hear everything no matter where on the ship you guys are. So she might as well not have to go very far.
Okay. So, I know it hasn't exactly been my business, but, has there been any headway made on decoding any of those notes from Navaris, out of curiosity? Particularly the parts that seem like they're about a world eater?
No, not really. We don't really have anyone who's good at that kind of thing. That said, we are heading to a hotbed of criminal activity, so somebody there is probably going to be good at cracking codes.
Okay. is everybody up to speed on the fact that, like, there's some notes that might on board that might actually, like, tell us about what the hell's going on?
I haven't explicitly told everybody, but I'm sure there's a lot of nosy as hell people on this boat. We just hear throat clearing from outside the door.
Okay, but, like, you are probably, like, okay with people knowing, right? Like, they should know these things?
I'm not sure. If only because I don't like exposing a dead man's business to all and sundry.
Look, I understand that, but, like, everybody's kind of involved at this point. Like, the hole in the side and the giant dragon and the cleric and the army and everything. Like, everybody's kind of in for a copper and for a plat on this at this point.
Yeah, you're right. All right. I'll let everybody know.
All right, just, yeah.
Actually, I can delegate. I'm the captain. You let everybody know. And then she leaves.
Oh, come on! What?
Yes.
I don't even have a rank!
That's why you got delegated to, champ.
Hers is so much friendlier!
You can hear Kara just kind of giggling at you.
Laugh it up. Son of a bitch.
I heard that.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go make the rounds then.
All right. Who's your first stop?
Probably Cacophony and Alviva, wherever the hell they are, if they're not just, like, outside the door right now.
I don't know. Are you guys?
No, Cacophony's actually gone to the boardroom, and she's currently trying to organize the Smutty book she just bought in some sort of way. Though actually, she has somehow managed, while in the process of just walking downstairs during this short conversation, to completely switch and take off all of her makeup and switch to her sweatpants.
Magic costume change, got it.
Magic costume change, yeah.
Where's Alviva?
Actually, I've been in my room. I've just come out of my room. I had to go in and get something. Something that I'm not going to tell you about. It might come in handy later.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, Juliana catches Alviva as she comes out of the room. Hey, wow, how the hell do I even... Apparently I've been delegated to? Hi.
Hi.
Listen. You know how thin the walls are. You're nosy as hell.
I try to be discreet and mind my own business, but go on. I get your point.
Hey, how much have you actually heard about the last captain?
Not a lot. The crew doesn't tend to talk a lot about the last captain. I've often wondered why that is, but...
Well, most of them don't know who the hell he was.
Really?
Well, I mean, just percentages-wise, there's the three of us, and then there's the three folks that came on Port Meridian, so the vast majority of them have never actually known who the guy was. Anyway.
What do you know about the last captain?
So, in the interest of full disclosure, apparently it's now my job to give everybody the up and up, and I guess that means I get to think about exactly how much I want to tell everybody. And I'm not used to gossiping, so here we go, I guess.
You can get good at it, I'm sure. You do anything you set your mind to.
Thanks. So, it turns out Navarus was some kind of, like, spy master or something. This is why I'm the worst person to do this. I don't know how all this works. But, yeah, he was some kind of, like, spy master, apparently, according to this, like, pendant that he used to have. I don't know. But he's got a lot of coded notes that the captain's got, and there's some World Eater stuff in there, so he might actually know something about what's going on. I don't know. There was just, like, some of those diagrams from those summoning circles and stuff. So, be aware of that?
Okay. I consider myself aware.
Okay. Cool. I guess I'm going to go repeat this awkward conversation around the ship.
You can have the awkward conversation with one more crew member, and then I'll be like, okay, everybody else knows now.
Yeah. let's just skip that part.
So who's the other crew member that you want to inform?
I don't know. Cacophony's right there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you go head
Yeah.
over to where Cacophony is in the wardroom, organizing
sorry,
smutty
she'll win.
novels.
Yeah, she's currently kind of crouched in front of the bookshelf, kind of staring at it thoughtfully and looking down at the books. And then as Juliana walks in, she glances to her and goes, "Do you think I should arrange in alphabetical order, just generally smut books, or should I arrange them by type first, like put weird undead Dracula romances here, and then put strange men who have weird mating rituals here? I'm not entirely sure. And then put the lovely draconian types here, like, and do them in alphabetical order at that point. Opinions? Thoughts?"
This stops Juliana up short. Her mouth kind of opens and closes, and then she, thinks.
There's also the ones that are apparently historical from that local planet, so it's going to be all new to me, so I could sort them in history over here, too.
Wait,
And then
did you
there's-
pull those from my bag?
No, I bought 100 while we were there.
You bought them too?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Well, that means we have more books to read. I'm all for it.
I guess, but I didn't know we were doubling up. And
How
anyway,
how are we going to sort these?
you want to start
glad
by
we have 'em.
genre, then go by subclassification. So you want to start grouping things together. If it's going to be the smutty stuff, you probably want to go pairings by gender and then by specialty, or maybe by just specific pairing type.
So how about themes
Then
first, and
alphabetically.
then pairing, and then alphabetical, that order?
That seems good.
Okay, so we're both on the same page since we both bought books.
Right. Wait.
Okay.
Wait, that's not what I came in here for.
Oh. How can I help you, Juliana? Also, I just realized that our names sound similar, so I'm going to start pronouncing my name differently.
What?
Don't worry about it.
What? How is it pronounced?
I'm gonna say Zilwyn, and I'll
Okay.
just go by Win.
Okay.
It helps.
Win.
Thank you. Anyway, you came in here?
Yeah, okay, so I guess I'll have the same bullshit that I did before. I shouldn't talk to people, is what I'm gathering here. I just shouldn't have
happen to think
conversations.
you do an amazing job doing, talking to people. You tend to inspire people very well whenever you're in your mood.
What? Huh?
Like, what I mean to say is, you look down on yourself for being a poor talker, but there are times whenever you're very inspiring. Like, you're very good at telling people to stop doing things, or whenever people need to actually, consider themselves and keep going, you're very good at that as well.
Sounds fake, but okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so I guess I'm just sort of letting everybody know at this point that the former captain, the one that you guys found, he was some kind of elven spy master, and I guess that's a really big deal out here.
Fair.
He's got a whole bunch of coded notes that might have something about the World Eater in it, among other stuff. I don't know, but I'm mostly concerned with the World Eater part.
Makes some sense.
Yeah. So there's some kind of information aboard. I don't suppose you are some kind of code breaker or something.
I do know how to forge things, but unfortunately I'm no code breaker.
Shoot. Well, apparently, there's probably going to be some people at this, I don't know, pirate town that we're going to.
Roguish types are very good with codes.
I guess. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess you'd know genre better than I would.
Honestly, we should have probably asked Sullivan. No, Sullivan isn't a rogue, I don't think. They just act like one.
I think he was a ranger something.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Tiny
Yeah.
murder baby.
Tiny murder baby, yeah.
Good kid. Much older than me. Still a kid, pretty sure.
Anyway, if you want to drop your books off here, I'll just organize everything.
Yeah, sure. No, I'll hand those off to you later.
Thanks.
But I think they're mostly historical fiction. So
I'm fine with that.
Make some space for that, I guess.
I bought about 10 historical fiction as well, so we're in
Rad.
good hands.
Yeah, we're gonna need some books. Okay, so I guess I'm off to make terrible rounds.
Yeah, you make the terrible rounds. All the new crew members kind of don't know what to do with this information, but you get the sense that they're reevaluating what it is exactly that they've signed on for. Mr. Hurst is quite shocked and doesn't seem to know what to do with this information.
She didn't tell Hurst!
She didn't tell Hurst. And then you tell Finn, and he looks completely unsurprised. The cook knows everything.
And that, like, by the time that she reaches Finn, Juliana has worked it down to bullet points. So, like, she is, like, partially signing and partially writing on the chalkboard and, like, bullet points at that juncture.
With the rounds done, it is 2 weeks out to the edge of Kryn space. This is regular space that you guys are in, so how do you guys spend that 2 weeks?
Well, on my normal standard playing cards and doing things with Mr. Hurst, of course. Because he's my buddy, and we do that now. But also, I'm going to start reading some of these smut books, and after I read them, I will talk them over with whoever else has read them.
Oh my god, are we starting a book club?
Yes, we're starting a book club.
Veli is a voracious reader of the smut, so...
Excellent. Me and Jill and Veli.
So yeah, you and Jill and Veli start a smut book club.
Excellent.
Jill is probably the worst member. She gets extremely hesitant whenever anything, like, very graphic starts happening.
Oh, I so want there to be in among the smut books just one about, like, a beautiful chaste priestess and
for
the
fuck's
rugged
sake.
half-orc. The rugged
sake,
half-orc that captures
You
her
can
heart.
bet that Cacophony bought at least 3 of those.
Oh, fuck. Damn it. Okay.
And for some reason, we read those 3 in a row.
Now, what'd you think about this scene versus this scene? I thought the author's purple process was much more explicit.
Yeah, I thought the Purple Prose was much more explicit. And in the first one, they seem to just kind of go through like 5 metaphors in one paragraph, and I am not for that many metaphors.
Juliana starts needing to be dragged to book club.
Lachlan, I have a question for you.
No!
Yeah?
How actually big is Half-Orc Cock?
He just kind of stares at you and then turns and goes back into his room.
I'm just saying that these books give varying sizes, and they're all unpleasant.
I'm not answering that question!
At that point, there's like, if this was a cartoon, there would be actual steam rising from Juliana's head because of how, like, absolutely embarrassed red she is. Juliana, for her part, spends most of the trip, like, Juliana's, like, throwing herself into, like, all the chores she can get, and, like, she's signing up for a bunch of helm shifts and stuff, too. It's like, fuck it, let's adjust.
Alright, I actually have something for this. So,
Oh, God,
on one of the
here we
days
go.
where you spin the chore wheel, it finally lands on scraping the hull.
Cool.
So what you gonna do?
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
You don't actually know how to scrape the hull. Just kidding.
Okay. Ah, fuck you. Okay, God, you're gonna make me do this. Okay, she's gonna go try to find, like, anybody nearby that actually knows how to do this shit. Who's not currently occupied.
Okay, currently unoccupied are Veli, Lachlan, and Mr. Hurst.
Fuck's sake. Where's that assortment?
Well, book club's not on, so Lachlan is able to actually use the wardroom. Mr. Hurst is currently checking the armory, and Veli is in the cargo bay doing... You don't actually know what Veli's doing.
No, Veli intimidates the hell out of Juliana. She can't get a read on that one at all. She has no idea what their deal is, and at this point, she's afraid to ask. I hate you so much.
I know you can't see the face that I'm making at the microphone, but...
I can hear it! Okay, fine. Fine. Great. Okay, great. Good, fine. Juliana looks around, pokes her head in the wardrobe. Hey.
Hi.
Are you busy? Or
Not Not really, no.
Okay. I'm supposed to scrape the hull, and I have no idea what that means.
Oh, okay, hang on. And he gets up and he says, come with me, and then he heads up onto the main deck.
Okay.
He pops into the armory and then comes back out with, it kind of looks like basically a shovel. It's a big flat shovel.
So not glamorous.
No. So, you know that thing I showed you about walking under the hull?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna basically walk under there and then just chip off, like, anything sticking to the hull that shouldn't be.
Okay, so, like, what sticks to the hull, though? It's she, like, looks around. It's kind of space?
It's mostly just dirt, debris, sometimes barnacles.
What the hell do barnacles grow?
Space barnacles.
Space barnacles?
There's space barnacles.
Are they
Do you want
different?
any help, or...?
I mean, you're like, you're busy. That's cool.
Okay.
It's whatever.
So you flee under the belly of the ship.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you do see a number of space barnacles attached to the hull of the ship, as well as the embedded dirt, debris, things like that.
What the hell do space barnacles? What?
It looks a lot like regular barnacles. You've seen barnacles before. You were from a fishing village. You lived in Stormhaven for a while. They're barnacles, but they're in space for some reason.
Okay. So I guess I guess we're gonna scrape off the space barnacles.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. 23.
You notice from a distance that one of the barnacles looks kind of different. Instead of the porous shell, the shell is sort of very hard and protective with just a single hole at the top.
That's probably not great. So how close is it?
It's about 15 feet away.
Okay, but I mean, is there like other detritus in between that and Jill?
Yeah, there's other like barnacles and stuff to scrape off in the meantime.
Okay, well, she's gonna like work her way around that one.
Okay.
And once she's cleared that away, she's just kind of like gonna stand as far away from it as she can and just kind of like give it a poke with the shovel.
Okay. The shovel is not particularly long, so the moment you get within range to poke it with the shovel... Are you wearing your armor?
You know, she's probably not.
Okay, in that case, a 14 hits. A long, thin tentacle comes out of the top of the unusual-looking barnacle and cracks towards you, doing 5 bludgeoning damage as it just kind of cracks across your face.
Awesome. Juliana's not expecting that, so she kind of like goes like flat on her butt, like, what the fuck?
From the top deck, you hear, "Hey, everything okay?"
Tentacles?
Oh shit! We've got a Krajan.
A what?
A baby Krajan. They're like the larvae like to stick to hulls.
That didn't come up earlier?
No, I didn't think we'd pick one up.
Okay, well, what now?
I mean, they die pretty easy. You really want to kill it, because if it lives, it's gonna get like way bigger.
But it's a baby!
What, is she just sticking her head over the side? Okay, so I guess I'll attack it.
Okay. What are you attacking it with? The shovel, your hammer, what have you?
I mean, probably some magic. I don't want to get close to that thing again.
That's fair. All right.
I'll just use a guiding bolt.
Sure. It because it is so low to the ground, though, ranged attacks attacks against it do have disadvantage.
Ah, shit, really?
Yeah. But melee attacks have advantage.
Okay, then. In that case, I guess, like, I don't know, when she's wearing, like, casual clothes, she's probably just got, like, the hammer just kind of, like, bouncing against her hip or something? I don't know.
It's your security hammer.
Yeah, kind of.
So hammer strike it is?
Sure!
Okay, roll it with advantage.
Like whack-a-mole. 23.
All right. Roll damage. That definitely hits.
6 bludgeoning damage.
You crack that fucker open.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's like crushing a snail against the side of the aquarium. It just kind of breaks off into pieces, and there's
is it
goo inside.
sticky? Oh,
and then it drifts
ew.
off into the ship's wake.
Oh, it's sticky.
Did you get it?
Yeah!
Okay, cool.
Why is it like this?
Listen, do you want to have this conversation while you're back up here? I hate yelling.
Okay. So Jill just kind of finishes and heads back up, I guess.
Yep. Congratulations, you get like 5 experience points.
Neat. Stronger already. Okay, so she like clambers back up onto the top deck.
All right. Lachlan is there. Spots the gooey shovel. the gooey hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So, good job.
Yeah, no, it was very tough, and I've learned a lot about myself.
Yeah, you don't want to let those stick around. They really damage the hull, and then once they do detach, they get, like, way, way bigger.
Ugh, gross. Where do they even come from?
Nobody really knows. They're kind of native to wild space, but there's spores floating through space, and they attach to the hulls, and then they grow into those, and then they detach from the hull, and then they grow into a giant tentacle monster that can snap ships in half.
Okay. Wow, space is gross.
Yeah, space is gross.
Yeah. Is this acidic? It doesn't feel like it's acidic, but...
It's not acidic, you're fine.
Well, I'm more concerned about the hammer, but okay.
The hammer's also fine.
Okay, you got a rag?
Yeah, he pulls out a rag from his pocket and hands it over.
Okay, Juliana
it's like a kind of nice-ish hanky. It looks like it was a nice hanky at one point, but then it was used for way too many not nice things.
Should I? Is it okay if I use this to wipe off
yeah, it's
goo?
fine.
This,
It's
okay.
fine. Tuatha gave it to me. It's fine.
What? She what?
It's fine. She was really drunk at the time. I don't think she even remembers it.
Okay. Cool. Juliana wipes off the goo, maybe with a bit more force than necessary. Thanks.
No problem. And then he takes the hanky back and just kind of shoves it in his pocket.
Okay. How's... Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, interrupt your downtime or anything.
Oh, no, it's cool. I get bored easily.
Yeah.
So you got that book club, right?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. I read a lot in my downtime, and this seemed like a good idea, but I'm starting to think maybe it wasn't.
Why not?
You know, reasons.
Does it have anything to do with Cacophony's weird questions lately?
Maybe a little.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, she's pretty sure that she's, like, incredibly subtle, and I don't think it's working. She's also, like, aggressively helpful.
I see.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the wardroom now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye. And then he just leaves.
Okay. Juliana just starts, like, cursing herself under her breath.
All right, Alviva, what do you do for the 2 weeks to the edge of the sphere?
I haven't a clue.
Dude, there's a book club to join, apparently. A smutty book club.
A smutty book club. Smut. What's that?
Oh, you sweet summer child!
Well, you gotta remember my upbringing, you know?
But you're the one who told Juliana to get it.
Yes, but I know all about reproduction and sex and everything, but I've never heard the term smut before. Can somebody explain it to me?
I'll explain it to you, dear. Smut are books focused primarily, maybe less on the plot than they are on the actual sexual reproduction side of things, and making it scintillating to read.
Huh. You don't say.
Yeah. It actually has a bunch of different types. You can see that between Juliana and I, we managed to get well over 100 books here, and they're all various types. Like over here, we have all the ones which are about dragon women loving other women. Those are mine.
Really? They do that?
We have, yeah, actually, don't worry about it. Yeah, well, you can read these books and actually learn quite a lot, really. Though I will say that they aren't one for reality. They are fantastical in nature, and mostly these are idealized.
But they are educational.
They are educational. Oh, okay. Then maybe I should read some.
You absolutely should. You want to join the book club?
Yeah,
Our next book that we're reading is actually about, this one looks to be about sexy fish people, I guess.
Huh.
Who knew?
Maybe I should start with something a little more tame.
Vanilla.
A little more tame? Okay. Well, here we have a book, a historical fiction that's, an elf and a human falling in love. Does that work?
That works.
Okay. It's a little bit sad because, of course, the elf outlives the human, but it's a good sort of sad. It's very heartwarming.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. You're the expert on smut, so.
I am.
Okay. All right. I'll join the book club and I'll read that book.
Perfect.
And I can come to you with any questions, right?
Absolutely. And I promise to actually take them seriously, unlike my normal
Well, I would hope
sense
so.
of taking things.
Okay.
All right, so Alviva joins the book club. So, 2 weeks, you reach the edge of the sphere and pass back into the phlogiston. There's the usual process of Finn making sure to prepare a lot of stuff to eat cold for the next 2 weeks. All fires on board have been very rigorously put out. You guys don't need the briefing again with regards to no fucking fire, but the captain gives you that briefing anyway, just to reiterate, no fucking fire.
I feel like it's like flight attendants on an airline, just reiterating the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, in the event that the ship is on fire, here are the emergency exit. There aren't any, because the ship is on fire. You guys did restock on lifeboats when you guys stopped at Port Meridian, so there are lifeboats.
Great.
So anyway, you guys pass into the phlogiston, and it's another 2 weeks. Is anything in particular you guys want to do while you're in the Rainbow Connection?
No, for fuck's sake!
You did this, Annie!
You did this, Annie.
I know!
When, for some reason, starts teaching Mr. Hurst how to scam people.
All right, let's play that out.
Got it.
How do you even approach this subject with him?
We're just playing cards one day. And she's wearing a sweatshirt that for some reason says, Eastheim University. And as she throws some cards down because he wins the hand, she goes, "You know, Mr. Hurst, have you ever scammed anyone out for a lot of money while playing cards?"
Not really, no.
Have you ever wanted to learn how?
Why would I do that?
Sometimes it's just fun.
Hmm.
Though sometimes it is very dangerous, and in fact, that's how I lost one of my ears.
And he kind of turns and looks at your ear.
Which looks like it was bitten off.
Oh, ouch! That looks like it hurt.
Did you
It did.
scam a dog?
No.
Well,
he was a tiefling, don't worry about it.
Okay.
But most of the time, you can win a lot of money doing that.
I mean, I win a lot of money doing cards anyway, usually.
You're a very good player, but I'm saying you could win more. And I say this because, Mr. Hurst, you have a magnificent way of just being innocent, and so you could just shark people.
No, he wants to hippo them.
I mean, I guess.
So would you like to learn how? I mean, you don't have to use it. It's just a skill to have.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm first officer now. I gotta learn a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, there you go. It's good to
Okay.
have it under your belt so you can teach it to people just in case of emergencies.
Yeah, okay.
She then proceeds to teach him how to card shark. So pretend to be innocent, lose a few times, and then start winning. Make sure to lose now and again whenever it seems convenient or people are getting suspicious, and then just keep winning until you have enough, and then leave before the going gets good.
I want to see his big fat hippo hands try to do the shell game.
Well, I guess we'll find out. So I'm just gonna roll real quick to determine who was on Night Watch when a thing happens.
Oh boy.
Okay, so Cacophony, or Joan, I guess. You are up on deck during the night shift when you look around and you spot sort of a dusty, translucent figure standing at the edge of the deck.
They say that ghosts can appear in the Rainbow Connection, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So she eyes this ghost sort of figure. Whenever Captain Bondar mentioned them, I don't recall her saying that was too ominous, just that it happens sometimes.
She said to call, to yell, basically, if you saw anything weird.
So she sees the ghost, she pauses for a moment, and then she turns her attention to the side and goes, Captain Bondar, we have ghosts!
JEMJAMMER is performed by Annie Creighton, Kit Walker, Mackenzie Weaver, and Vicky Sharon, and it is edited by Jake Mason. Our character designs were concepted by Rio, who you can find at vriosart on Twitter, and our cover art was illustrated by Canary Witch, who you can find at doodlesfromthebird.tumblr.com. Our opening and closing music is by Reckoning Storm Audio Works. You can find more episodes of this show, as well as our other shows and news at our website, crookedrussiancam.horse. You can find us on Twitter at CRC Podcasts and on Tumblr at crookedrussiancam.tumblr.com. If you want to support us, a like, rating, review, subscribe wherever you find our podcast is super helpful and helps us get discovered. And if you want to give us some money, you can do that at patreon.com/thejemjam or ko-fi.com/crookedrussiancam. You guys headed to a world called Kryn to investigate the undead draconians that had attacked Stormhaven. You found the source of these undead draconian and some new friends.
Frenemies.
Some new frenemies. You took
I had
down
a good time.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, you had several good times.
Yes, several good times.
It was all good times for Cacophony. Except for that part where you died a little.
No, that happens sometimes.
Like a little more than usual?
Yeah. But, I mean, rugs strangle me, and sometimes I get beaten up by witches.
Sometimes you just stand in the fire.
Sometimes I just stand in the fire.
Ugh.
But at least I got laid.
Several times.
Several times. And also, the collective hotness of the ship was briefly raised.
Yeah, the ship was unusually sexy for like, what, a day?
Yeah.
2 days? There was a lot happening.